Hi everybody, welcome back to Flights of Fancy. I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be coloring in my previous illustration, which I'm calling Glam Gal. I'm going to be coloring her in with colored pencils, but colored pencils are so much fun. You can blend with them. I think the only problem I have is pressing hard enough to get the full coverage. So you'll see me sort of experimenting as I go. It's been also a while since I did a full colored pencil illustration, but I think it came out pretty great. I was trying to use a lot of the same colors that I used for my digital illustration when I did the thumbnail for my last one. I like to color them in so they have a little more pop, you know. You're like, oh, what's this? I want to click on that and see what that's all about, but it's like, it's not in color. But now it is. I did colored pencil for the most part, and then for the highlights, her jewelry, her body paint, I used gold mica. I happen to have some gold mica from when I did some melt and pour soaps for Christmas, and I just love the look of the gold. It just pops. Let me see, and in other news, I don't know how many videos I'm going to be getting out in the summertime because I've got a full schedule of outings with my son, who's a toddler, and us and the other moms are going to be going to the beach and the zoo and all kinds of fun stuff. So hopefully I can still squeeze in a few videos, but maybe not on like a weekly basis like I was trying for just before. But maybe I can do a few arts and crafty things. In my head I'm going like, oh, I could do like a melt and pour soap tutorial, I could do a nail tutorial, I could do a sewing tutorial. There's actually a lot of projects I want to do anyway, so I might as well film them while I'm at it. Maybe you could still consider subscribing, even though I won't be quite so consistent throughout the summer as I take my boy out for outdoorsy activities and give my dog some exercise like I should be doing anyways. That should about wrap it up, and enjoy! Thank you so much for watching. Say hi, Tomo! Okay, here we go. First, I colored in a skin tone that I thought would be a nice medium level. And then I realized it wasn't going to be dark enough. Well, first I shaded it a little bit, and then I realized it wasn't going to be nearly dark enough. Turns out I've got to press pretty hard to color in colored pencil. So I went through and I gave it a good overall shading, and then I came back and did one little portion at a time, like darker. I picked out 3 tones for her skin tone that I liked, like kind of a dark shading, a medium, and one for the light areas. So it wasn't just the paper showing through to make the color lighter, it was actually a lighter colored pencil. I gave it a lot more depth and purpose this way. Did her leg and her arm and her torso. And we've got to come back and do a few things, go over a few things a couple more times, different colors. It was really hard to get between all these triangles. I should have just colored over them, and then because the mica is like opaque, so it doesn't really matter that I left a white spot for the mica. It would have just gone right over the colored pencil. Oh yeah, got to do her makeup. That was really fun. I didn't have quite enough contrast between her lip color and her skin, so I went back and I shaded that a little darker around the edges. For the deep dark shades, I did go in with a little black. Ooh, bubblegum hair. I had fun picking out. There's 4 colors that went into her hair, but 2 of the purples looked almost exactly the same once I colored. This is the second color of purple right here. You can't really hardly tell the difference. So, 3 colors. That's okay. It looked really great. I actually spent a lot more time and effort doing the cloth. I wanted it to be this color, but then I realized it was going to be too dark, so I changed my mind how I was going to start this out. I put in a base color. This was called Cloud Blue, and it was sort of my highlight color. But I wanted something to have the medium color blend into, so I put the light color down first and then the medium color and blended those a little bit, and then I went back in with an even darker color, which is a little bit more of a bluey blue. This is like sort of a turquoise, which gave it sort of a shifty hue look. Kind of, I thought it just gave it a lot of depth. I'm just pretty much going in the folds with this color. And now it looks really shimmery. Did that with all the pieces of cloth. Kind of got the hang of it by now. Came out a lot better than my digital version, at least in the cloth department. Spent a lot more time shading and highlighting. With colored pencils, it's really easy and fun to blend the colors. This pack came with like a clear colored pencil. It was just like a non-colored colored pencil, and it's just specifically for blending. And I don't, maybe if I lost it, but that cloud blue worked really well for what I was doing just then. Like a lighter color, you know, kind of maybe in the same color story will do you just fine. I want to do sort of a midnight blue theme for the inside of her dress. So I started light and I went dark. Did sort of the shading and left like a little space to come in and blend with the lighter color. From this angle you can't see the shading in like the inner parts, but in later photos I think it comes out pretty well. Kind of learning how hard I have to press. Don't forget to do her cuffs. And here we are blending the mica. This, I'm just like winging it here because this is the only like metallic gold substance I have in the house basically. I know I could probably go get like a pre-made metallic paint, but this mica I got specifically for Melt and Pour soaps, and it comes in powder form. And in this case, I don't know, I didn't have anything special to blend it with, so I just used vodka, which doesn't seal it. It just, the vodka dries up and then it's just powder sitting on the page. So I accidentally smeared it. It would have smeared anyway, even if it was regular paint. I wasn't thinking, and I just put my palm in it while I was coloring something else. I'll have to go back and spray like a spray adhesive sealant over the top of it so it doesn't smudge later. But that's okay. I probably have one around the house somewhere for pastels and stuff. Alright, there we go. Not too bad. You could kind of see the smudges, but it's not the end of the world. And that's it. Yay! Keep it, you know, from sponging. Not as